guys, it's Diane, and welcome to another broadcast video. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Tonight we are going to be discussing when you should feast when you're an intermittent faster, and how to listen to your body's signals of when you need to kind of maybe jump off course a little bit, go rogue as I call it, and just kind of do what your body's telling you that you need to do. And I'm going to share with you how I did just that yesterday when my body was kind of sending me some signals that I needed to be doing something different. So if you're just joining and you're catching me on Facebook, please make sure that you hit that like button, that you're signed up for notifications so that when I do go live, you will be notified. And if you're catching this on YouTube, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button so that you will be notified when I upload a video to YouTube. I try to upload videos Monday through Friday around 5:30 in the morning, so you'll have them to start your day. Thank you to everyone who's been leaving comments on YouTube and Facebook and letting me know that you are enjoying these videos. I appreciate that, and my sole mission is to kind of help women who have been struggling with intermittent fasting or kind of don't know what their place is next in the nutrition world, really find some answers to what they're looking for, and hopefully some peace in the fact that intermittent fasting can be that thing that will work for you. And I try to just share little tidbits of tips and tricks here in my videos on Facebook and YouTube. So if you are new to me, my name is Diane, and for the past 25 years, I have been helping women kind of filter through nutritional programs and fitness programs, trying to find something that will help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And for me, that sifting process was with intermittent fasting over the last couple years, when I had to kind of ditch the old diet regimens that stopped working for me and were actually making me sick, and had to find something new and a new way of incorporating food into a lifestyle that would really make me have the ability to live my life authentically. And intermittent fasting has been that thing for me, and it has cured my body of all the things that were kind of failing me in the last couple years. And I am proud to say that today is my last day as a 50-year-old woman, and tomorrow I will officially be in the 51-year-old club. So I think that makes me like halfway over the hill officially. I don't know. But I can tell you that this is probably the first year in a very long time that I've felt very confidently publicly stating my age. And I feel very confident in where my life is going health-wise and fitness-wise. And I credit that to what I've been able to do with intermittent fasting and the course that I have been able to develop for other women, kind of showing you a step-by-step process of learning how to listen to your body and tune into your hormones and really get your body to work on your behalf instead of kind of working against you. So if you haven't joined my May course yet and you're kind of tinkering around what to do with intermittent fasting, or maybe you've been fasting and you haven't been finding the success, I strongly urge you to join in our May group. We will be closing out registration on Friday. So if you're kind of on the fence, I say just close your eyes and hit that submit button and join in with us. I promise you we're a very friendly group. I don't bite. And you will walk away with some really great tidbits about how your body works as a woman as you age, and some pretty cool skills of how you can go on with incorporating intermittent fasting to help your life for the remainder of your life, if you would like. Okay, so let's get started. Today, I'm going to kind of share with you a little bit about when you should listen to your body and when you should go what I call rogue on your fasting protocols and just sort of be carefree for a little while. And that happened to me yesterday. I kind of woke up feeling a little off, didn't know why. Got busy with the kids around the house. About 1 o'clock-ish, my daughter and I did our usual Sunday thing, and we go out and we run errands and do a little bit of grocery shopping, and we have a routine where we eat it in and out. And we kind of just went through those processes, but I was just ravenous yesterday, and for some reason, I was like, had these uncontrollable like urges to eat sweet stuff, and I didn't know where that was coming from. I hadn't had that in a very long time. I wasn't necessarily craving chocolate or anything. I just kind of felt the need to have some sugar in my body, and that was like a very clear signal. Like I knew it was sugar. And everything that I've gone through with my pre-diabetic state and being insulin resistant, that was a really weird feeling for me because I hadn't felt that in so long. And so I just sort of went with the flow yesterday and just listened to the signals that my body was sending me. And I'm going to kind of go through what I kind of had yesterday and let you know that that's okay sometimes. So I started my day as I usually do with my mineral water. That was not a problem. We got busy around the house. Didn't really feel like I needed to eat anything until we got in the car. We packed a treat for ourselves. So I packed a green apple and some sunflower seed spread. So that's sort of how I broke my fast, which is not the traditional way that I break my fast. I usually break it the same way every day with the shake, but I did it with a green apple and some sunflower seed spread. Then we went to In-N-Out because that's our routine and our tradition. Her and I have a car picnic every Sunday when we're out together. We go to In-N-Out. I get a protein-style burger. So there's no cheese, there's no bread. It's wrapped in lettuce. I sub out the sauce for ketchup and mustard because that doesn't have any of those dairy, doesn't have any soy or anything in it. So I know it's a clean option for me. And then I always eat the French fries, my order, and usually half of my daughter's. We put a bunch of salt on it, which we love. And I just ate it because, again, the French fries from In-N-Out are tested to not make me have a reaction. I know they're real potatoes. I know they don't use soybean oil. So it's all within the boundaries of my I can eat and feel great list. Then we left In-N-Out. We did a little shopping, ended up at Costco. We sort of felt like we wanted to have one of their little raspberries smoothie things. I don't know what they're even called, but it's like nothing but sugar and fruit, and it's whipped up in like a smoothie, and it tastes amazing, and it's super refreshing. So we split one of those. Then we got home. I think I snacked on a couple nuts or something like that. We were putting away groceries. Then for dinner, we had salmon, asparagus. I had probably a mound, I don't know, like maybe 2 servings or something, I don't know, of brown rice, ate and avocado, ate everything on my plate. Then we had some dessert. I had cashew milk ice cream, which is all within the boundaries of my can eat list. I don't, no soy, no dairy, no gluten in it. My husband put some salted sunflower seeds on it, which is kind of the way we like to eat our ice cream. I ate a bowl of that and then immediately said, can you dish me up another bowl? I had 2 bowls of ice cream with sunflower seeds on it. And then I had some more mineral water and I closed out my night. That is way more treaty food and way more carbs than I would ever consume in a day. But my body, for some reason, was just craving it. And so I just kind of gave it as much as it needed to kind of quiet those cravings. I have been very diligently fasting for over a year now. I never really had those kind of feelings before, so it was kind of new to me, and I just went with it. This morning, I woke up. I had my regular routine. I started my morning with my mineral water. I had a really nice cup of coffee that my husband prepared for me, and then I fasted until 4 o'clock this afternoon, and I broke my fast my traditional way with my shake. High-fat shake, a bunch of stuff in it. Had dinner tonight, which was chicken, it was broccoli, and it was half an avocado, and I feel absolutely amazing today. No effects of the sugar that I had yesterday. I don't feel anything different on my body. I'm not worried about gaining any weight. I'm not worried about the side effects of the sugar that I had. My body clearly just needed it. Today, I don't feel any guilt. I don't feel any remorse. I don't feel anything other than I'm so grateful that I can listen to my body and do what I need to do within the boundaries of what I know is safe and healthy for my particular body. And it was fine. Today, I feel great. I don't feel those sugar cravings. I don't feel like I need to detox. I'm not like preoccupied about food today. I just went right back into my fast. We finished dinner at probably 6:30 tonight, and that's our fasting window. I'm not going to break my fast until hopefully 4 tomorrow. I don't know. It's my birthday. I might go rogue again tomorrow and break my fast a little early. Or I might just enjoy the fact that I'm healthy at 51 and I'm fasted and I'm going to be energetic tomorrow and probably sit in the sun and just enjoy some quality time with my family. So my message to you tonight is sometimes it's okay to just live your life and indulge in some foods that may not be the best for you long term, but in the short term moment of just feeling good or wanting to feel normal or feeding something that your body is telling you that you're craving and you know that everything else that you're doing is okay, is totally fine. You're not a failure. You haven't thrown in the towel on fasting. You're not going to totally sabotage what it is you're trying to do long term. It's what I call life. And sometimes life just happens. And when life happens, you got to just go with the flow and just make sure that when you're in that position that you only introduce things into your body that are not going to make you sick. So all of those things that I went rogue on yesterday and sort of indulged in were all within my list of foods that I can eat and that don't make me sick. And so today I don't have any reactions or anything that I have to detox from or anything that I have to be remorseful about because I chose really good quality foods that I indulged in. So if you're kind of struggling with those things, like what am I allowed to eat? What am I not allowed to eat? I always say this. You're allowed to eat whatever you want that's going to make you look and feel your best and live your most authentic life. You're the one that's going to have to decide that. Tomorrow, I may not want to break my fast early because I absolutely thrive in a fasted environment. Like, I'm super energized. My mind is clear. I'm so happy and positive, and my hormones are totally in check and in balance. Like, why would I want to ruin that on my birthday? So I'm sure tomorrow I will stick very closely to my fasted window, and because that's now my place. That's the place I love to be. And why wouldn't you want to be in your best place on your birthday, especially your 50-something's birthday? And so I'm going to kind of just enjoy that place for myself tomorrow. I indulged yesterday, and that's fine. And it wasn't even like a birthday celebration. It was just my body calling out to me what I needed. My overall message that I want to share with you guys tonight is, as women, we really have to learn how to take all that shame and guilt and blame and remorse and regret and failures and all those things out of our food and out of our feasting window, and just really learn how to put foods in our body that make us feel and look our best. And if it's not on everybody else's good list, who cares? It's your good list. And if it makes you feel good and it makes you achieve the goals that you want to achieve with your physique, and it makes you feel like you're living authentically within the lifestyle that you've drilled out for you and your family, then do you and do your thing. And don't worry about what everybody else is supposed to say, what everybody else is thinking, or what someone else has designed as the perfect diet. Just do you. And if doing you in that form consistently is putting you in a place that doesn't make you happy, then that's when you readjust what doing you means. And trust me, I've readjusted doing me so many times in my life that now I have it dialed down like to almost perfection. And that's really what I'm hoping to share with you guys tonight, is just keep playing with it. Keep playing with foods, keep playing with the days and how you feel, keep listening to your body. Spend some time getting intimate with those signals and those messages that your body's sending you, until you get to that point where you have it dialed down and you know exactly what you need to do for you. So don't feel guilty if you have those days where you feel like you just need to go off track and just treat yourself. Just make sure that emotionally you're in a place that you don't put yourself in a guilt-ridden moment, and you don't spend the next day feeling remorseful about a day that you spent that was great. And there's not one moment of my day yesterday with my daughter. We created a great day of memories. She is totally healthy around food. I am totally healthy around food. And we did our thing. We did our traditions, and we did those things that I'm hoping that she'll look back on when she's an adult, or maybe when she's a mom, and she creates those special moments with her daughter as well in a very healthy environment around food. There was nothing that we did yesterday that my daughter or I considered bad or off limits. And so I'm hoping that I'm also kind of being an example setter for her as a young woman coming up through this crazy world of, certain image that we have to follow and all these crazy diets. And then I'm providing an environment for her where she'll be able to call her own shots and live her own life around food, and not feel like she has to live up to someone else's expectations or someone else's crazy diet scheme that's going on. Okay, let me see if I can answer some of your guys' questions or comments here. So I'm going to scroll to the top. Elizabeth, how are you? Ingrid, I see you there. Rana, I think it is, because you said your sister's name is Donna, so I'm thinking they rhyme. So welcome. Ingrid, what's up? And Stephanie, my husband is here. So Ann Krebs celebrated her 50th birthday yesterday. She is in my intermittent fasting group. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Let's see. Jennifer's here. It's good to hear this because that happened to me last weekend. I did feel a little guilt, but I am okay and back on track again. 19 hours today, 18 yesterday. Yeah. Ingrid, just that guilt stuff will start to go away. So don't worry about that. Just keep working through it. Where do you get almond milk ice cream? Okay. So almond milk ice cream, we find it in most grocery stores, like even just mainstream grocery stores have healthier versions of ice cream in their ice cream department. So I think the one we get is called Almond Dream. Just make sure that you read the label, because not all almond ice cream is created equally, which I found out because I got soyed a couple weeks ago when we kind of went off track and picked up a new flavor. So just make sure you read the label, because each flavor is kind of created differently. The one brand that has been pretty consistently safe for us is the So Delicious brand. And they have an amazing cashew milk ice cream, which we like even better than the almond milk ice cream. Cashew milk is just a little creamier. And so far, we haven't found any of the cashew milk ice cream from the So Delicious brand that has any soy in it. So that's a great brand. If you're not like concerned about dairy, there's a really good, and you are maybe more concerned about your carbs. I think it's the Halo Top, Halo Top brand, which is very low in carbohydrates, but it has dairy in it. So we tend to steer clear of that just because dairy damages us more than the carbs do. So if you're concerned about carbs, that's a good brand. And I think there's another one out there, but I'm just not familiar with the name of it off the top of my head. But I think I can get you guys some lists of some good options for some ice cream that will kind of keep you in track with what you're looking for nutritionally. The best advice I could give you is just make sure that you're reading those labels and you stay away from soy as much as possible. Okay, cool. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, thanks you, Megan. And where did you get the cashew ice cream? So I get cashew ice cream. I don't know. You know, everybody has different stores, but Anne, you're here in Texas. So Kroger has it. Central Market has it. Who else? Tom Thumb has it. Walmart has it. I think Tom Thumb has the bigger selection, as does Kroger. So you just kind of have to look around. It feels great that I don't have to hide these videos from my kiddos. Sage loves your pretty place in your house where you film. Oh, that's so sweet, Faith. Thank you. It's my little video room off my bedroom that we film at. But I had to do some in my kitchen today. So depending on where my feed is will depend on where I videotape from. Okay. So any other questions? If not, I'm going to do a little bit of administrative notices here. If you guys don't mind, if you're not interested, this would be a good time to click off. If you are joining my May group, an email went out today. If you did not receive the email, please take some time to look in your spam folder or your junk mail folder. It gives you instructions on kind of how to get set up in the course, what to do to get your consult call booked and your About Me form done up. If you're in the April group and you want to move into the May group, it gave you information about how to become an alumni member, so all that's included. If you have sent me a friend request or an email or you filled out one of the contact forms on my website and I have not reached out to you yet, please take a moment to click in any one of the videos on my YouTube channel down in the information section down here. Or if you're on Facebook, down below I usually put a post, or you can look on my timeline photo. There's a link to the course. It will take you exactly to the place that you need to go to get more information. I'm getting inundated with requests, so someone's going to accidentally fall through the cracks. I don't intend for that to happen. It's just called life. I am not perfect. I have a million things going on in my life. So I'm not intentionally trying to not pay attention to you. It's just sometimes the emails get kind of lost in the system. So definitely feel free to look around my sites, look around YouTube, look around Facebook. There are links to the course everywhere. Just click on one of those and get yourself the information that you need to get registered. We will close registration officially on Friday, probably end of the business day on Friday, because you need to get yourself set up to get into the course. There's not a lot of prep work to do, so there's no supplements you need to buy. There's no test kits you need to get. There's no food prep. There's no grocery shopping. You just need to show up ready to take a lesson from me on Sunday. But we do like to make sure that you can actually log into the course and get your calls set up with me and all that kind of stuff. So we will close out registration on Friday. If you're on the fence about getting in, just submit registration and get in. It will be the best thing that you can do for yourself and your future and the health and the health of your family, because now we are actually getting husbands jumping on board. We're getting kids jumping on board. We're getting moms who are feeling a lot less pressure about shoving breakfast down their kids' throats. And I don't know, if you're a mom, like there's just some mornings my kids just don't want to eat breakfast, and it was a fight, and they would cry, and they would get off to school like starting off their day in a bad way because I'm shoving cereal and waffles and stuff down their throat. And your kids will be fine. They do not need to eat breakfast every single day if they're not hungry. Just send them to school with a great snack and a great lunch, so that when it's snack time, snack time, is usually a couple hours into their day at school. Let them have a great healthy snack and let them have a great healthy lunch, and then feed them a great dinner. They are going to be fine if they don't eat sugar-ridden cereal for breakfast. Trust me, they'll be fine. So listen to your kids. When they're telling you they're not hungry, they might not be hungry, and that's okay. Their body will tell them when they're hungry, and they'll eat. Let's quit making our kids follow these crazy paths that we grew up on and let them find their own course with food and nutrition and find their own way. They'll be fine. You don't have to say that they're fasting. They're not necessarily fasting as we will be fasting. They're just not hungry. So don't feel like you have to shove food down their throat. They'll be fine. Any other questions that you guys have before I jump off here? I hope this message that I'm sharing with you tonight gives you some relief. Trust me, I am not perfect in my food. I do kind of eat when I need to eat. I don't I'm not a food snob. I'm not food phobic anymore. I'm a food snob with certain things, but that's just because other things make me sick. I'm a alcohol snob and I'm a cheese snob. Like those are the areas I'm snobby. But there's other areas when a food has kind of been cleared to not have those things that will make me sick, then I go for it and I eat them and I enjoy them and the people that I'm with to their fullest. The last thing that someone wants to hear that cares about you, that you just spent time with, is you feeling remorseful or regretful or guilty about the time that you spent with them and the things that you did with them. And that really hit home to me one time when I think I was on a date night with my husband and we had pizza and wine, and I complained the whole next day about how awful I felt and how I should have made better decisions and I probably shouldn't have done that. And I thought, God, like how rude is that? To like have regret about a date night and time that I spent with my husband over food. Like that's just so unloving and uncaring and so selfish. And so now I just go for it. And my husband understands, like there's sometimes when I just don't eat pizza and drink wine and we find something else to do. And then there's times when I do and I'm okay with it and I know how to get myself out of it the next day, but I don't complain and I don't regret time spent with someone that I love. Like life's way too short to regret time with someone that you love over a food choice. So really be aware of those things that you're complaining about openly, because they could be hurting someone's feeling that you truly care about. And life's too short for that. Like we don't want to do that. And we don't want to do that around our kids either. We don't want to be complaining about the guilt that we feel about a food choice that we make when we're grown-up women who make really big decisions about life and our kids and money and house decisions. And then we can't make a good decision about what to eat for dinner. Like that's crazy. So let's not be crazy and let's stop and think about things that we say before we let them kind of slip out of our mouth. And we think about some of the feelings that could be associated with that with other people that we care about and what that sounds and looks like for our kids. Because we don't want our daughters and sons growing up with the same food issues that a lot of us had to grow up with, when the education and the information is there today to know that that doesn't have to be the case, that we have options and there's healthier ways to live around food. And let's make food that thing that becomes family tradition again. And let's create traditions that might be different than what we grew up on. In our house, we don't eat turkey for Thanksgiving like normal people do. And we don't have a ham, and we just don't eat ham. Not that ham's not healthy, we just don't eat it. So we've created our own eating traditions around the holidays. I can't even tell you the last time we've had a birthday cake in our house. We just don't eat it. We sometimes go out for frozen yogurt instead, or, like tomorrow night, my family wants to know what I want to do, and I just want to be with them. Like, I don't need it to be around food. I don't need it to be around a cake. We don't do those things. And that's okay. Like, your family traditions should be your family traditions. You do not have to carry up great-grandma's family traditions anymore. You're the woman of your house. You're the mother of your own children. Do what's best for you and your family and create traditions that maybe your kids can carry over to their generations as well. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to get off my little soapbox and I'm going to let you guys go for this evening. Thank you so much for jumping in with me tonight. I hope you feel a little bit less pressure about decisions you're making. Please let go of the guilt. Life's too short to live your life full of guilt. Just live your life happy and confident in the decisions that you're making for yourself, and know tomorrow's a new day and you can just start over. I will be back here tomorrow night. Tomorrow is my birthday, so we'll do a little birthday celebration live broadcast. I don't know what I'll talk about. We'll figure something out. If you know of someone that might be interested in joining our group, definitely feel free to share this and see if you can get them to come in and join with you. It's so much fun to have your friends on board with you. And I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for spending time with me. And if you have any questions or comments about what I spoke about tonight, always feel free to leave them in the comments below. I go back and personally address every comment that's on Facebook and YouTube, and I always appreciate connecting with you. It just makes what I do so much more enjoyable to know that there's people out there who are willing to leave their personal stories out there for me to see and share their experiences. And you're helping so many other women by sharing openly. So it's not just my journey, it's our journey as a whole with this amazing tribe of women that we have that are willing to do the work to get themselves healthy so that we can help our families get healthy, and then we can encourage our friends and girlfriends and neighbors and whoever else to get healthy as well. So have a great night, you guys, tomorrow. Please leave me a message tomorrow on my Facebook page and let me know that you're with me on all of this, and I will go through and look at all of those as well. And then I'll see you tomorrow night for a little birthday celebration. Have a good night.